On guard, but their guns not drawn now. The authorities trying to maintain calm at the mine, where the worst police shooting since the end of apartheid took place. Thousands of miners remain on strike, protesting for better wages. Divisions among their unions had already led to deaths before Thursday's bloodshed. Into a tense atmosphere today stepped Julius Malema, expelled from the ruling ANC last year for sowing divisions in the party. But welcome here. What started as a pay dispute has now become deeply political.
President Zuma presided over the massacre of our people. President Zuma's government has murdered our people. President Zuma's government will continue to murder our people. That's why even today, they don't regret. They are still going up and down in this township. They don't show any remorse.
President Zuma has ordered an inquiry into the events at the mine on Thursday, calling them shocking and unacceptable.
Because we have been invaded too many times not to know what an invasion is. They think we're stupid. We know what an invasion is. It comes with guns and boots, and murder and control, and death and rape. We know what an invasion is since the Arabs invaded us many, many moons ago. Everybody has been taking their turns invading Africa. So that's what Somalia was about, revolution. Black people trying to take control of their lives and feed their babies, educate their babies, deliver the health care, deliver the culture, deliver the religion, deliver self-determination. But you will not hear that. In South Africa, revolution has not come to South Africa. We're in worse condition now than we ever was. Because they got a blackface card now. Holmes. Who is he? What is his philosophical and ideological basis? How African-centered is he? Is he controlled by Joseph Slovo and the Communist Party of South Africa? Does he interface with De Beers diamonds? You have to do critical thinking, but the mass media sets up to make us do emotional thinking. How in the world are you not locking people up for war crimes and we got all that dead? Centuries of dead. That's right. Centuries of rape. The slaughter of children in Soweto. Sharpsville. And on in every burrow and every crack and crevice. In our land, they raped and destroyed us. And you tell me they can stay there? What positive do they bring to the party? If you're going to stay there, what is it positive that they bring to the party? Death and murder. And money. They hook up to the monetary system. Now let's understand South Africa, because we're going to look at the state of the race. You don't need to devise a new world order if the old world order is working. See? What is their philosophy? Don't reinvent the wheel. Well, we broke that wheel. How? In Angola? Namibia? Mozambique? Zimbabwe? Zambia? We had South Africa surrounded. And to take down South Africa, you break down the economic system of the whole Western world. You break down their nuclear capabilities, because that's where the raw materials come from. You take away their industry, because that's where the raw materials come from. You take away their space program, because that's where the raw materials come from. Southern Africa. 90% of it. So because we don't have the information, we can't do any critical thinking. We can't put one and one together and come up with two. Because everything is jumbled, because they're singing our song. And those traitors, blacks, are nothing but traitors feeding us the same lie. All of them. That's why I refuse to call myself a journalist or a reporter. All of them treason. The information is there and they know it. The politicians know it. The people having a meeting in Baltimore know it. That's right. They're trying to get back in the game. Just like Malcolm said, they tried to get into the March on Washington, they had nothing to do with it. Well, they have nothing to do with the African-centered movement. And now they're trying to interject themselves with that same filth. Traitors, politicians, run by all sorts of secret orders. controlled by white supremacy. You ever wonder why they deliver nothing unto us? They're controlled by white supremacy.
The forces arrayed against us are, and I use the word most carefully, formidable. They are entrenched and powerful. They are, as I have taken some pains to explain, they operate in worldwide combinations at all levels: political, economic, military, cultural, educational, social, and trade. And not all, and through intelligence, cultural, and information services. They operate from European and African centers, using agents who, I'm ashamed to say, are often unpatriotic sons of Africa, buying personal satisfactions with the betrayal of their country's safety and integrity. They seduce leaders. They seduce leaders of the African political, trade union, and people's organization, thus creating rifts and quarrels within the national front. On the broader front, they are amassing their forces in a determined effort to stay the advance of African liberation and the march of unity. They are attempting many methods, some sinister, some beguiling, to wreck our efforts. They strike antipathetic postures. On one side, they perform acts calculated to strike fear. On the other, they try to hoodwink us with fictitious gifts, which superficially pander to our hopes and aspirations. They are the president's attempts to deflect our purpose, to weaken our determination.
The father of African nationalism, Nkrumah gave funds to other nationalist movements and preached the message across the continent.
This mid-20th century is Africa's. This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. To independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.